Today we're going to talk about how electrical companies can start using AI video right now. You do not need a camera crew, studio setup, or a bunch of extra time from the owner. This is brought to you by Electrician Marketing Agency. Electrical work is full of questions customers do not fully understand. Panel upgrades, EV chargers, generators, lighting, troubleshooting, permits, inspections, emergency service, safety issues, and price ranges can all be confusing for a homeowner or business owner. That confusion matters because confused customers slow down. They shop around. They ask the same questions 3 different ways. Sometimes they choose the company that explains the process more clearly, even if that company is not the best electrician in the market. Video can help with that. You can use short videos to explain what happens before an estimate. You can explain what affects the price of an EV charger install, how a panel upgrade works, or what the customer needs to do before an appointment. You can also explain why a certain repair should not wait. The problem is time. Most electrical contractors do not have somebody sitting around waiting to make videos. The owner is busy, the techs are busy, the office is busy. So even though video would help, it usually does not happen consistently. That is where AI video becomes useful. I am using HeyGen for this webinar because the topic is AI video. It makes sense to show the idea in the recording itself. You do not have to start with an avatar, but you should understand what is possible now. It can change how quickly you create useful customer communication. Today I'm going to show you the practical version. We will start with everyday video uses, then move into automated customer communication. Then we will talk about how to choose the first video most likely to help you book more work. Alright, let's get into it. The topic today is how to start using video in your business with AI without turning it into a giant content project. You do not need a big camera setup. You do not need a production crew. A lot of business owners hear video and think about commercials, YouTube channels, drone footage, or big brand videos. Or they think about somebody telling them they need to post every day. That is not where I would start. The most valuable video is the one that answers a real customer question right when the customer is deciding what to do next. That could be before they book, after an estimate, before an appointment, during a project, or after the job. Those are the moments where video can actually help the business. So I want to start with the easy uses, then move into the bigger opportunity, a simple automated video presence that works even when you are not getting on camera. The easiest place to start is script writing. You already know the answers to the questions customers ask you. The problem is that knowledge is usually trapped in conversations, messages, estimates, and the heads of your best people. AI can turn those rough notes into a usable video script very quickly. For example, you can take a few rough bullets like these. Customer asked why the price range is so wide. Need to explain that site conditions matter. You can give that to ChatGPT and ask for a short customer-facing video script. Then read it, clean it up, and now you have a script you can use. That alone saves time. The second simple use is customer FAQ videos. Every business has questions that get asked over and over. What happens after I request an estimate? How soon can you come out? Why does the price vary? Do I need to be home? What should I do before the appointment? You do not need a long video for each answer. A 30-second or 60-second explanation is usually enough. Those videos can go on your website, get sent by text, or be included in follow-up. The third easy use is social media. But I want to be careful with this, because this is where people can waste a lot of time. The goal is not to become an influencer. The goal is to make your company easier to trust. One good short video per week answering a real customer question is better than a bunch of generic content. If a customer asked it, your office team explains it, or it affects whether somebody books, it is a good topic. But the bigger opportunity is using video inside your customer communication. Most local companies lose leads in the gaps. They do not lose every lead because the marketing was wrong. Sometimes follow-up was just too slow. Sometimes the estimate went out, but nobody explained it. Sometimes the customer booked, but then got confused before the appointment. Sometimes the job changed, and the customer did not understand why. Video helps because it gives the customer a clearer explanation. AI video helps because you can create that explanation without personally sitting down every time. The point is to make customer communication faster and more consistent. Let's walk through the main categories. The first big opportunity is, quote, follow-up. A lot of companies send an estimate and leave the customer to figure it out. They see a price and a few line items, but they do not always understand what matters, why the recommendation was made, or what happens next. A short video can change that. The video can cover a few simple points. Here's what we looked at. Here's what affects the price. Here's what this option includes. Here's what we would do next if you want to move forward. In a perfect world, this might be personally recorded for every major quote, but that takes time. You can have, quote, follow-up videos for the common job types in your business. Do not create fake personalization. If the video says, "I looked closely at your property," someone needs to have done that. The goal is simple: reduce confusion and make the next step obvious. The second category is appointment reminders. Most appointment reminders are boring. They say something like, "Reminder, your appointment is tomorrow at 10. That is fine, but it does not answer the practical questions. A better appointment reminder video can explain who is coming, what the customer should do before the appointment, whether they need to be home, what areas need to be accessible, what number to call or text if something changes. That can reduce no-shows and confusion. You can create 1 or 2 versions and use them repeatedly. If your office team answers the same pre-appointment questions every week, start there. The third category is job site updates. Sometimes a job has stages, sometimes weather, parts, permits, or scheduling matter. If the customer only experiences silence, trust starts leaking. A short video update can explain what happened, what is happening next, and what the customer should expect. This does not have to be fully personalized every time. You can create common update videos, what happens after prep is complete, why weather can affect scheduling, what to expect after installation, what to expect before final walkthrough. AI video does not replace real project communication, it supports it. The useful test is simple. If the video prevents a confused call or saves your team from repeating the same explanation, it is a good candidate. The fourth category is review requests. Most review requests are too generic. The job is done. The customer is happy. Then they get a bland text asking for a review. That can work, but it is not as strong as a clear thank you that explains why the review matters. A short review request video can cover a simple message. If the team did a good job, a quick review helps other local customers know who they can call. The link is right below this video. It only takes a minute. That does not need to be complicated. It just needs to feel more intentional than a generic text. Now the natural question is, which videos should you make first? You can make a lot of videos. That does not mean you should. Prioritize videos connected to money, time, or trust. Here are the questions I would ask. First, where do leads go cold? If people request an estimate and then disappear, quote, follow-up is probably a good place to start. Second, where does your team repeat itself? If your office manager or salesperson answers the same question 20 times a week, that is probably a good video. Third, where does customer confusion create delays? If customers are unprepared or surprised by timelines, appointment and project update videos may beat social content. Fourth, where is trust the biggest issue? If customers need reassurance before approving a larger job, video may help more than another generic ad. Fifth, where's the action obvious? A good video should lead to a clear next step. Book the appointment, approve the estimate, leave the review. If there is no clear next step, the video may still be useful, but it is lower priority. You also want to do the math before you automate anything. Do not spend time and money automating something that barely matters. But if a communication task happens over and over, the numbers can add up quickly. If someone spends 5 minutes explaining the same thing 30 times per week, that is 2.5 hours per week. Over a year, that is roughly 120 hours. Now ask, could a simple video reduce half of that? If yes, that may be worth doing. If better quote follow-up closes one more good job per month, that may matter more than the time savings. So look at both sides, labor saved and revenue recovered. That is how you keep this practical. The goal is not to say, we made AI videos. The goal is to improve follow-up, save time, reduce confusion, and book more of the work you wanted. Here is how I would start this month. Week 1, audit the questions. Ask the people who talk to customers. What do customers ask over and over? Where do customers get confused? Where do estimates stall? Do not overcomplicate this. Look for repeated friction. Week 2, pick one video, not 10, one. Choose the one with the clearest business value. For most companies, I would look first at quote follow-up, appointment preparation, or review requests. Then write rough notes. Do not try to write a perfect script from scratch. Then use AI to clean it up into a 45-second or 60-second script. Read it out loud. If it sounds fake, rewrite it. If it promises something your team cannot consistently deliver, remove that part. Week 3, create the video. You can record it yourself on a phone. You can use a tool like HeyGen to create an avatar version. The format matters less than whether the message is useful. If you're using an AI avatar, keep the script plain. Make it sound like a clear explanation from a competent company. Week 4, use it and measure it. Send it in the real workflow. Send it where it belongs. Send it after estimates, before appointments, or after completed jobs. Then watch what happens. Do customers reply? Do more estimates move forward? Do more people leave reviews? Does your team save time? You do not need a dashboard at the beginning. You just need to know if it is helping. Do not use AI video to make claims you would not make yourself. If the script sounds too polished, too vague, or too good to be true, fix it. Personalization is good when it is accurate. It is bad when it pretends to know something it does not know. You do not need a fully automated, personalized CRM-connected video system on day one. Start with one useful video and send it manually if you have to. HeyGen, ChatGPT, video editors, CRM automations, text messaging tools, those are just tools. The business question is, where are we losing time, trust, or leads? That is the real problem you are solving. Once you have a few videos working, then you can build a more automated system. For example, when an estimate is sent, the customer automatically gets the right follow-up video. When an appointment is booked, they automatically get a preparation video. When a job status changes, they get the right update. That is the real opportunity. It is not just a video library. It is a communication system. And if you build it properly, it can keep working while you are doing the 100 other things owners have to do. So the practical takeaway is this. You do not need to wait until you have a professional filming setup. You do not need to become a content creator. You do not need to start with a complicated automation build. Start with one question your customers already ask. Turn that into one useful script. Create one short video. Put it into one real customer communication workflow. Then measure whether it saves time, reduces confusion, or helps more people take the next step. If it works, make the next one. That is how this should build. Small, useful videos tied to real customer moments. If you want help figuring out where AI can save time or improve follow-up, we have the AI Readiness Assessment available on our websites. But whether you do that with us or not, start with one video this month. Pick the place where customers get confused or leads go quiet. Write the script, generate or record the video, send it, then see what happens. That is the practical way to start.